Then shut up.
Okay.
Podcast.
I'm recording. The first word will likely be "shut up," and I feel like that's how it's supposed to be.
So we're here, and we're used to it. Relic is with us. This is the original Waiting Queue crew.
Oh
this is
my
a
God.
special monumentous occasion.
Waiting queue OGs. Boom.
Waiting
So,
queue.
this is how we're gonna pronounce occasion now. Just occasion.
Yes.
Isn't that how you're supposed to say it?
Occasion. Oh, occasion.
Occasion.
I say occasion, but I think occasions. I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Well, how have you been, Relic? The people on the podcast haven't seen you in like 50 years.
That's because I was dead for 27 of those. So, you know.
Well, what about the other years?
Are you
You
sure?
didn't even try to do the math.
I didn't.
This is what I have to deal with.
So what? You're only 23, Relic? I thought you were way older than that. I thought.
He's like 50.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm 72.
Wait,
Yeah,
is it-
see, that's the same thing.
Oh. Well, damn.
50, 72, sides the same coin.
Look, you're never gonna get a straight answer from me for anything. So you're better off just not asking real questions.
He's
Ah,
27.
shit.
So
I don't even have the correct dashboard up.
it's okay. The only one here is Neuro Guy, so it's fine. He won't
There.
judge us.
I hope he's streaming.
He's
I hope
judging
he's
me.
streaming his channel and not waiting you.
He's streaming to
Am
the right
I?
channel. I'm recording it.
Okay, good. See.
I'm on top of this.
Ooh.
What about you, Cross? How's your cat's been?
Pretty what?
He wants to know about Oliver?
Oliver was like my second cat ever, and he died like 13 years ago.
So how he's been?
Yeah,
Longer
not
than
good.
he died like 17 years ago. He's still
Not
dead.
good.
Still dead.
Oh, really?
Um,
do go on.
That's actually the end of the story. Surprisingly enough, he hasn't been very active since then, except in the hearts and minds of me.
I apologize for the shitty start, but I can guarantee you that it's not going to get any better.
I still remember on our third podcast that we were told that we needed to be more professional or at least act like it.
Who told us that?
I wish that guy was still here. I don't remember.
A guy who
I
doesn't
wish he
watch
was still
anymore.
here.
Yeah, whoever said that had no idea what. Look, that's not what we're about. We're about
That's
chilling
not
out.
us.
We're chilling out with our bro folk and
Relaxing
saying
out,
sassy
relaxing out.
lines.
Shooting some b-ball outside the school.
No.
And
We're
then a
not
couple
about the
of
Fresh
guys
Prince of
roughing
Bel-Air.
up- There we go. I just updated it.
Okay, there we go. Wait, what?
All right. Now I can go to Google. Let me just go to Google, and then I can type in our most professional thing that we do all week: gaming news. There's GameSpot. Awesome.
I was were you dealing with that? Now I know.
Generic topic
I thought it
number 2. Wait a second.
I didn't know what to put
Wait.
there.
Am I missing something funny on the Google Chrome page, or on the podcast page?
No.
Awesome.
Well, wait. There appears to be a
Is your-
frog barfing up candy?
I found a Get Out frog that
Hmm.
barfs up a bunch of little Get Out frogs. So here, let me try to make it bigger so you can see. See?
Hey guys, look.
Hmm?
Get out.
As funny as it is, we need to get our shit together and actually deliver the hardcore news podcast that people know us for. All right,
Well,
I'm done. See ya.
I don't know any news because I haven't watched the Polar. Holy crap! The frog is huge.
Yeah, it's barfing out little Get Out frogs.
I haven't seen the Polaris podcast to see what they're talking about. I unsubscribed from Dodger because she doesn't do news content like hardly ever anymore, and that's the only place
She
I
does
got
it once
video
a
game
week,
news.
I think.
Yeah, and then sometimes she misses. It's just there's so many more videos that aren't that than are that I'm not interested in. That I was just like, sorry.
Yeah.
But so I don't know anything, and I haven't been playing any games. So unless you count Awesome Nuts.
Well, we can talk
The only way
about.
Cross had topics is if he stole it.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, well, I can steal a topic from everything. There's you guys know about the Yogscast, right? Simon and Lewis
Mhm.
and some other people behind the scenes
yes.
who aren't
Nope.
as big.
Nope.
they were making a game called the Yogsventures, which is basically like a game where you can make your own game inside of there, your own adventure and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they went on Kickstarter or Indiegogo, I don't remember which one, but I'm pretty sure it was Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked for $250,000, and they got $500,000. And just recently, like a week ago, they announced that they're going to stop development on it.
Whoa.
Yeah, and a lot of people got pissed off. And the reason they gave was that it was too ambitious of a project, and they had they had a small team. My thought is, why did they ask for? Why did they ask for $250,000 if they can't even get it finished with $500,000? Did they even think ahead? Did they even plan?
They didn't. They just need. But yeah, that's really sucks. Because I heard about that game for a long time.
A lot of people were upset about that, and in a thing, I don't know if this was from the Yogscast or from the developers who were making the game. I'm pretty sure it was from the developers. They said, we don't have any obligation to actually finish it, which is true legally, but ethically.
But no, I feel like that's not true at all.
If they want to be a bunch of big jerks, then they don't have to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
But they're giving away a free game to people who are backing to try to make it up for it, but I don't know, man.
No,
and in that situation, who do you blame? Do you blame Yogscast for going to such a small company to make their ambitious game? Do you blame the company for not knowing their limits, or do you blame the consumer for being like, oh, you can make it this ambitious of a game for $250,000?
I blame the company. I blame the developers. Like, I'm sorry, they're the ones that knew the most out of any of them. Like, and again, like, customers, like, we know a little bit more about gaming than I think most people. Like, not everyone follows news and knows about development or anything. Like, no, people don't have any comprehension of how much work it takes to do these certain things. That's why people are confused about, like, why is this going to take $1 million? It's because you're paying highly skilled programmers that went to college for, like, 5 years.
Yeah.
So, but the development team needs to know, like, they have to say, yeah, we can't do this. And I don't understand why they're not just making, like, a smaller, like, something. Like, you have to release something. Like, even if you release something bad, it would be better than this. Like, this isn't okay. And what's going to happen to the money? That's what I really want to know. What is happening to the money? Is it just gone now?
That's what some people were asking, but I don't think they actually said anything. It probably got spent on living conditions and such, and going towards the game, and then they just ran out of funds. And in that situation, if I was them, I would do like the Double Adventure guys did, and I would ask for more money. If they truly needed more money,
that would be better. Double Fine, I still feel like they screwed up, but to be fair, they released a game, and it was well received.
Are they gonna finish? Are they gonna release the next part?
I would hope so. If not, that would be a problem.
Oh man. Well, there's that, and things like that's not gonna be the last time that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
And again.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just how Kickstarter is.
As far as Kickstarter goes, at this point, I'm only, like, I've backed 2 things, and they were both developers that I trusted a lot and had a lot invested in them. And
I think I backed both of the same things that you backed.
Yeah, so Rebuild and Awesome Nuts.
Awesome Nuts is fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, and they have delivered, and they've given more than they originally said.
Yeah.
So, and the replay option is way cooler than I thought it'd be, except I wish the save system was a bit different, because there's no reason for it to save all of them. Because then you just lose things.
I need to send you the Awesome Nuts vault, because for those listening that don't know, watching the VOD or something, they have a thing where they tease what they're going to add next patch. And so far they have new bot AI, which I think means like you're going to be able to play against an Ayla bot or Voltaire bot or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, so someone just posted, Matrix Man just posted their official statement. I mean, that statement makes it seem a little bit more reasonable, but this was really important because apparently they've actually lost money, and it sounds like some of the money was paid to Yogscast for the physical rewards for the Kickstarter. If the people actually got their physical rewards, at least there's that. But
yeah, well,
God's sake.
I think they're legally obligated to give them the physical rewards.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm not
pretty
sure.
as well.
Yeah. Not,
Yeah. Have you ever backed a Kickstarter, Relic?
Mm-hmm.
Which
one?
ones?
I don't know. I've backed a couple. The rebuild.
Potato salad.
What? I'm trying to. I have to look at my Steam library. There was a couple of games, but they're like games that still aren't out yet. So I haven't
There's
paid
this-
much mind.
There's this one guy who who started a Kickstarter for $10 to make potato salad. Like, if I get $10, I'll make some potato salad. And his stretch goals were like, I'll use better mayonnaise, I'll live stream it. I think he got a shit ton of money. I don't remember exactly how much.
Yes.
But I think it was somewhere around 30,000.
See, sometimes people will
Wrap
back
that
things
up.
just because they're novel and funny, and that's okay too.
Yeah. Need
Well,
to
we're at
live
that time that a lot of transitioning is happening with our law systems.
Yeah.
There's still going to be some taking advantage of things that, like crowdfunding.
Yeah,
and such.
crowdfunding is a pretty new concept, to be fair.
Mhm.
I
Like,
mean,
you know,
the FTC, FTC, I don't remember what the hell they're called,
mhm.
but they still haven't
FCC.
caught up with the whole. Yeah, FCC. They still haven't caught up with the whole YouTube sponsored video kind of thing. So
Yeah.
they're not going to be able to get to crowdfunding anytime soon.
Yeah, there's
Oh
probably
my
going to be
God.
some pretty important decisions on that in the next few years. And I have a feeling they're not going to go in the way that we want them to go.
No, because when the original copyright laws were made, they were written for like VHS tapes and stuff like that. And now you have the internet where you can just download just hundreds of hours of movies for free from the Pirate Bay. Which I don't know what that website is. But yeah, you can do that, and they're just archaic, the laws we have now.
Yeah,
Hopefully they don't
things like
dick us
that.
over too bad with changes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, since we are so far into the, the technological, informational, whatever the hell we call it, the millennial age. I don't know
Technological
what-
era?
Yeah. I mean, since we're so far into it, most people understand the internet to a certain degree. So at the very least, like, if there are some dicking over, it's not going to be long lasting.
You got the old
Or at least
people
that's
who don't know the internet, just sitting in office.
even old people. Like, Ron Paul uses Twitter, for God's sake. So.
Ron Paul's
He's a dinosaur.
Ron Paul's pretty hip, though. I'm more worried about the Supreme Court. They're
Yeah,
all like 500
I
years
agree.
old. I'm pretty sure
Why don't you just go on the internet to go the Facebook machine?
when they built the pyramids, the Supreme Court could not have comprehended that the internet would exist. And I don't think they understand it.
Gee.
Yeah.
The Council
God
of
damn.
Elders. We built the pyramids, and they're still there. And one day, the lasers will be released, and we shall cut things into
What is this, that Transformers movie? Where
I
the
don't know.
hidden...
What if the
That's a bad
Supreme
movie.
Court members are actually the Transformers, and they came back into the past after going far into the future to become Transformers?
I really
I
like
thought you were going to
Citizen.
say, what if the Supreme Court members are actually Michael Bay?
All of them. It's just a special effect. I'm really one guy.
Everything makes so much more sense now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is why all the decisions in the Supreme Court are kind of sucky, because I'm too busy making movies with too many explosions in them.
Look, if
Speaking
he's
of
wasting
which-
that amount of time instead of being in the Supreme Court, those movies should really be better. No excuse.
Yeah.
God, I hate the first Transformers. I hate it so much. There
I
was
didn't
only
really hate it until I watched a review of it, and I'm like, wow, that movie is really bad.
No, it was because I came there to watch robots beat the crap out of each other, and instead I got, like, a C-less teen love story about a guy in his magical talking car for the first, like, 80% of the movie. And then the fights were kind of cool if, you don't get car sick, because you have to shaky... The only reason to use shaky cam is because you're using actors that can't, like, make it look real, so you make it shake so people don't know what's going on. It's CG! You can actually make the robot stabbed through the heart. You don't need any trickery. All the shaky cam does is make it crappier and a less good experience. Like,
Well, you got to get the authentic feel.
Well, I mean,
Cross.
it's Michael Bay. All he knows is explosions. If you put anything else in there, he's not gonna do it. He's gonna be like, what the fuck is this?
$61,000 to make potato salad? Son of a bitch.
Pacific Rim did it right, I gotta say. There was no
Yes.
shaky cam in that.
Although I wish... Oh, they're making a Pacific Rim 2!
Really?
I remember... Yeah, they... I'm pretty sure it was confirmed, but people were scared about it because it flopped in the U.S., apparently, for no reason.
Yeah, that's why I thought it wasn't gonna do well.
That's the U.S. for you. Dun 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 dun.
Probably because it
Well,
didn't have Transformers on it.
Who was it directed by?
I don't remember, but I did
And
enjoy the
Someone
movie.
famous.
Not Michael Bay.
Yes.
Not Michael Bay, there was nothing shaking, and the
There
story
wasn't a whole
actually
lot of
kinda held together.
explosion.
Hence why it didn't do well in the United States.
I really hope that in the second one, if they do make it, they'll go into the story of the aliens more.
Why?
Because they don't really go into the story of
I don't care.
the backstory of the alien, where they're from and stuff. I know you don't care, but I'd like to see it. I'm not saying it would condemn the movie, but I'd just like to see it.
Well,
I'm hoping. I got a special tip from Total Biscuit, the Lord of the Internet, that they're going to go into Cubatrons, and I'm very excited.
Oh my
for that.
god, this is gonna be the best movie of the century.
well, I'm out.
What?
Look, I could see how they might go into Alien Origins this movie, but that would have not made any sense for the first movie. Like, they still had to establish all of the actual world things. To put in even more backstory, it would have been
Yeah,
like,
I guess.
it would have been like a lot of superhero origin stories don't do as well, unless they have to spend
If
so
they
much
just
time
go into
establishing the
exposition.
character. Yeah, and then there's like 5 seconds fighting the villain or whatever. Like, the sequels end up being a lot more
Cross.
interesting.
Ship hitting. Remember that part where he picks up the ship and walks downtown with it and just hits the monster in the face?
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. What if, like, before it hits him, it goes into this monologue of the kaiju, and he's like, "Well, this is it's Morgan Freeman."
So instead of a really cool scene where the guy picks up a ship and then the anticipation and immediate payoff of hitting him, you want him to have a Morgan Freeman dialogue in the middle of it. Is that what you're
Yes,
telling me?
and you can be like, "Here's the story that led up to this moment."
You are the reverse Michael Bay.
Will
a
it
reverse
be
Michael Bay.
done by Morgan Freeman, or
Yeah,
Look-
it's voiced by a shitty person trying to voice Morgan Freeman.
If they get
it's done by
actual...
you.
Yes.
Alright, let's hear your Morgan Freeman companion. I'm putting you on the spot.
Back in my day. That's just an old guy.
Yes, it is. Back in my day, me, Morgan Freeman. No, let's not. Oh, that was everything I hoped for. Yeah, did either of you guys see Godzilla?
no? I mean,
It
which
was,
do you mean like the old Godzilla?
The new one. The
No,
new
I
one that
wouldn't
came out
watch
this
the
year.
new one.
It was,
Is it on
I heard it was bad though.
it was extremely adequate.
Is it on DVD?
No, it came out too
Like
recently.
I heard that they made Godzilla look overweight.
Okay, look, I'm
Which is
tired. That
the
was what the
best
Japanese.
thing.
The Japanese were fat shaming Godzilla, and personally, I think he looked fabulous. And I don't think anyone should pressure him to lose weight.
Gross.
So
It's bad for his health.
he's not that
Fabulous.
overweight. He looks healthy.
So when are we gonna get the effeminate Godzilla? I mean, we got the fat shaming one. Now we just need the effeminate one. And
Well,
they can hook up his team.
One of the monsters that he fights was definitely a female because it had eggs. So you get a effeminate mantis. I don't know what that monster is supposed to be. I thought it might have supposed to have been Mothra, but I don't know. It looked really weird. I think they just made up a monster, which is fine.
This is our new creation. It shall fight Godzilla because reasons.
It's a big mantis moth.
Mantis moth?
I really don't know what it was.
Mothra?
I thought it was Mothra, but it doesn't look like a
Big
moth.
thing.
It is a
Maybe
big
they
thing
really
that fights Godzilla.
We drew it on a paper. This is what it came out as.
Look,
Yo.
there's only so much space on this
Love
napkin.
cats. I love every kind of cat. I just want to hug them all. Because-
looking for-
The
Pretty sure he's done
Godzilla
that before.
Godzilla was pretty decent. I don't know if I'd recommend it unless you're a big fan of Godzilla, because the fights were good, but they spent way too much time focusing on people that I didn't care about. The military made so many dumb decisions that didn't make any sense, and they wouldn't listen to the Asian guy, and Asian people are the
Yeah.
experts in Godzilla. It's just...
Wouldn't that be like their tagline?
What's the tagline?
I love
That-
cats.
What, we don't listen
No.
to Asians?
That's our tagline. There's
What?
this one goes,
I don't remember ever saying that.
You thought this was a gaming pod? Yeah. Yeah, Douglas. This is us talking about games sometime. And Cross doesn't like video games.
Yeah, I hate video games.
yeah,
It says so on the
Crosswalk
topic.
Godzilla,
The Waiting Queue podcast.
Fat
We don't listen to
Godzilla.
Asians.
Fat shaming.
Fat. we love fat shaming.
No, we're against fat shaming.
Oh, this.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
oh.
against
You
it.
can see how I get that mixed up.
No.
Okay. I don't know what else to put on the screen.
I
What
love
else
cats.
comes?
Oh,
Are
God.
you actually putting stuff on the screen? Because if so,
He put a derple with... What the hell does that say? Lots? Oh,
Yeah.
things are hard to read upside down.
Yes.
Well, derple eats cats.
I love
is it
cats.
upside down or are you upside down?
I had to turn my head to a 90-degree angle to read it. And
So
I miss
don't-
Buckus.
But yeah.
I don't miss Buttkiss. He's dead to me.
Yeah, you do.
He's been dead to me.
I heard you
I
crying
know, I did.
at lack of butt.
I was. But luckily, me and him have been keeping up text communications and writing homoerotic cat pieces, so I'm fine with it.
Oh, cool.
Aw. I'm gonna be really sad if I figure out he came through Minnesota and I've missed him.
I was actually really...
Uh,
I was in Pennsylvania for a night, but I think I was on
I'm
the other
surprised-
side of the state from you, Relic.
I'm surprised you didn't meet up with like somebody.
Well, I don't know. We were trying to get back to home. There wasn't a lot of whole
That's
stops
true.
we could make. But
You just take a quick like 80-hour detour.
well, we specifically avoided Pennsylvania because it's horrible, and no one should live
and
there.
horrible.
yeah.
But
Yes.
Cross, don't upset the Pennsylvania viewers. They
That's
might
just
get
Relic.
angry.
Yeah, Neuro's native Pennsylvanian, I think, or something like
Oh,
that.
is he? I didn't think he was. Well,
We'll wait on his reply.
we went to places that had more scenic views. Like, we tried to avoid the places that were just like open fields of nothing forever.
Yeah.
Hey, we have hills.
Dude, hills. We have tiny inclines of land.
So interesting.
This is the Appalachians, damn it.
The thing is, we went through Kansas, and normally that's supposedly one of the most boring parts of the trip. But we didn't know this at the time, but we like dodged like 2 tornadoes. Like we
Oh, yeah,
started,
you
we were in Kansas, a tornado came up behind us, and then we stopped for a
We're
bit,
not in Kansas
and the tornado
anymore.
in front of us went farther.
I think we did talk about this, and we made a joke about it being Californian and following you.
Oh.
Like, hey, dude.
It's possible. We also dodged one in Ohio. Like, we stayed at this hotel and then left, and then, like, a little bit later, a tornado came through there. And that one was apparently really bad and messed up a lot of things. So we got lucky.
Yeah,
We could've
Ohio
been-
likes
Hmm?
for some reason. They're like the one. Ohio likes tornadoes, but they're like the one place that nobody ever talks about having tornadoes for.
Because they always have tornadoes. It's not news.
Well, they did this time
No,
because
I mean, like-
it wiped out a town.
Nah, as
Yeah.
usual.
It's not even like whenever something happens there that people are like, "Oh God!" It's like, Ohio had something happen. Oh, fuck Ohio. No one cares.
But we need potatoes. Or is that Idaho? Oops.
That's Idaho.
Then what does Ohio have? Tornadoes?
Nothing.
Oh.
I don't think they do anything in particular.
Oh. Ohio, home of all tornadoes. That's where Kansas imports them from.
Well, yeah, Kansas would try to argue with them on that one.
Why did the real estate drop? Son of a bit. So we can
People-
talk about some actual gaming news that I have.
Lies.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot about
Cool.
this. A new Doom was announced. This is going to be especially good to you, Cross.
Yay.
Can I hear your... Okay, please, you need
Yes,
to
sir.
state your opinion on this?
I love
I have to do a
Doom.
cross
What was that, Relic?
and just say
Yep.
But
Yeah, new Doom's coming out, and apparently it's gonna be. It's just gonna be called Doom. It's not gonna be called Doom.
Oh, yay! We're still doing the thing where we don't actually put numbers to our new titles. Oh boy!
Yeah. Just to confuse future generations even more.
Doom? But I thought there was already a Doom. Nope. This is brand new.
A game you
Never
played when
before
you were
seen
really young.
concept.
like nothing beats Grand Theft Auto as far as stupid numbering scheme. It's 1, 2, 3, Vice, San Andreas, 4. Like you can't do that. You can't just go back to numbering randomly. It's confusing as hell.
Well, they're still doing it.
I know.
Well, they did it. You know, where were you? Huh? You weren't in the boardroom.
They did that with Tony Hawk also. It was Tony Hawk 1, 2, 3, 4, Underground 2, and then
Pro
no.
Skater.
Oh, I got weird. But then 8 was called 8. Whatever.
It's really weird then when they do like Call of Duty 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4,
no, I think-
World at War, and then they skip 5 to go to 6 or something. I'm just using that as an example, not an actual.
Yeah. I think Final Fantasy takes the cake with Final Fantasy 14 X2.
Well, they have Final
whatever
Final
call-
Fantasy 13 X3, I think it was. Or no, it was 13-3.
Yeah, no X, because the X is just like the first one was Final Fantasy X-2. And then they had Final Fantasy 13-2 and Final Fantasy 13-3. But to be fair, I don't think they called it 13-3. I think they called it Lightning Returns or something.
I'm pretty sure they did call it 13-3 Lightning Returns.
That's
Yeah,
well,
I'm pretty sure they had the number there and then say Lightning Returns.
Yeah.
I mean,
just to make it even.
it
more
sounds
annoying.
really dumb, but I have to give them credit for a number scheme that makes sense and is easy to understand. But
Yeah, at least their number scheme is more for like their current fans because it says this still pertains to this character. You know?
yes, it's the same universe because every other series is a different universe entirely.
Yeah.
Unless you believe that weird theory
But-
that they're all the same universe, but that one's kind of BS.
Killing
Later
for.
on,
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was gonna say later on, future generations won't understand it, but they don't matter.
It's gonna be hard for people who like collect old vintage games. They're gonna be like, "Hey, do you have Doom in stock?" And they're like, "Yes, I do actually." And they come down, and they're like, "This is for the fucking Xbox One. I don't want this. I was looking for the Xbox original and PlayStation."
Actually, I was
wait,
looking for the
is
one
that
for
even-
Apple II or whatever the hell it was for.
Yeah,
Apple too.
like the really early shitty Doom that was like
Yeah.
for the old people.
It's the first first-person shooter I ever played, and I immediately decided that I hate first-person shooters and never went back on that stance.
Hey, you played Call of Duty
I did, but that was
Did you,
because
though?
Nazi Zombies?
the only games my friend had were Call of Duty Zombies and Minecraft for the console. And I wasn't about to play Minecraft for the console.
That's even worse than playing on the fucking PC.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You want to know a funny thing, though? The Minecraft console version outsold the PC version.
Yeah.
Well, when you add the app version
Yeah,
also,
but
which makes sense.
people still love consoles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
I mean,
crazy
consoles
to
are
me.
good enough.
Yeah. It's just I can't bother ever since I got all those Steam games.
Yeah, the good thing about consoles that they have over PCs is that you don't have to replace pieces every like 2 years because the games will still be coming out for them. And
Oh, you just replace consoles every day.
yeah,
Well, every 10 years if you're going by the current cycle.
yeah, which my generation was the 360, and that lasted a fucking long time. That was Jesus.
Well, that was
I
essentially...
still think that they brought out the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 too soon.
Too soon, you say? This
Yeah.
was a double generation, though.
I don't know if they were ready for it, honestly.
I don't know if they ever would have been ready for it, because if they're trying to complete... Like, before they were never, like, directly competing with PCs. It was a different market. Consoles still had a gigantic market share. But things like
Yeah.
Steam are just crushing it now. This time I think they were trying to compete with PCs, and... Yeah,
Good
it's not...
fucking
it's-
great job on
It's
that.
not possible to make an affordable console that's gonna, like, compete with current PCs without making it, like, cost $1,000. And
Yeah,
if-
like the whole point of a console is that you're getting something like $500 that can play games and play them well, as opposed to a computer that you'd buy at the same price that's not going to do that.
Yeah. I mean, and to be fair, I got this computer back in 2008. It plays most current games, I have to say, because I have a good graphics card.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
that's...
just replace some new pieces in there. Like, take out your motherboard and put in a new motherboard and RAM.
Yeah, if I had RAM, I would be
You have to
fine.
get the right processor socket, too. You have to get the right processor for the socket.
I
That's
do
the
need
other
to get a
thing.
new
Consoles
PC.
are already made. Consoles are already like set up, so there's no technological prowess needed.
Yeah, and you're never gonna buy a game and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, the PlayStation 3 can't play this. You need to get a new doobly-doo.
Get a new processor, put it in your 360.
You're not going to have to fiddle with your option settings or anything like that, because they're all specifically designed for, whatever you're playing on.
Then again,
Unless
the
you've watched
upside to having a bunch of options is that if you do have a slightly bad PC, you can turn that stuff down. I was playing Mass Effect 3, and there's some areas of the game where you're walking, you look down a hallway or something, and your frame rate's just tanks massively. And I had the game installed to my my hard drive too, so
yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, I noticed that more with Xbox than the PlayStation 3, where the frame rates will do weird things. But from my experience with the Xbox One, it just because of the better technology and it seems like they fixed that.
You have an Xbox One?
No, I played my friends.
Oh.
I'm not spending a bunch of money on a console that I don't need.
Yeah, if I'm going to spend $500 on something, I'm going to spend it on PC parts, for God's sakes.
Yeah. Like, look, PC Master Race, okay?
Yeah.
If I had a bunch of friends that I regularly bought over for gaming and a nice living room setup and a good TV, then a console would be worth it. That none of those are the case. Like, it doesn't make sense to buy one. And like for my PlayStation 2, I lent it to a friend because I realized I hadn't used it since I bought, Dynasty Tactics that I played for half an hour? That was like a year ago. I only got it because I think me and Relic were having like a nostalgic conversation about it. I was like, I want to play that again.
I still regularly play my PlayStation 2 and my PlayStation 3 for PlayStation 2 classics, but like actual PlayStation 3 Xbox games, it's like, why bother? I could have these on the computer.
Yeah.
As opposed to PlayStation 2 games where it's like, if I want it, I have to get a ROM and fiddle around with that. Yay!
There's a lot of games that don't exist on the PlayStation or on the PC that are on PlayStation 2, but that's just not the case anymore with the new ones.
Yeah.
Now that I have an Xbox controller, there's really no I could get like Prototype. That's like the only game I wanted to play of the last generation. And now I can just buy it on the computer and play it just like it was on the PC. Or, console.
Just use a controller.
Yeah. Like Assassin's Creed is working great.
Another problem with the newest consoles is that they don't have backwards compatibility. So they're like trading your 360 to buy an Xbox One. You get a discount towards it. It's like, what am I going to do with all my games then?
Does have backwards compatibility, but it's like a weird pseudo backwards compatibility that requires you upgrade like $10 per game or something weird like that. Like, it's bullshit.
Isn't it like they're having a streaming service so you pay like a certain amount a month and then you can stream games or something like that? Wasn't that the answer for backwards compatibility on PlayStation?
I don't think so. I think it was the $10 cost, at least for the download, like the download titles from the PlayStation
I thought
Store.
there was a download, like a digital thing that happens, but I don't know.
But I mean, I don't know. I still want to buy a PlayStation 4 because I assume that like the PlayStation 2 games will, like, I could buy them and play them on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, and
that would just let me.
The backwards compatibility was one of the biggest features of the PlayStation 2. Like, when I Let's Played Xenogears, that was on my PlayStation 2. If I didn't have that feature, I just wouldn't have been able to Let's Play that game. Because I don't have a PlayStation 1 anymore, are you kidding me? I was in, like, middle school when that system came out.
Awesome. PlayStation 1 games freaking awesome.
There are some really good ones.
First of their genres, it was fantastic.
But they're also... Like, it's kind of like the awkward puberty of 3D gaming. So, like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've ever played Tomb Raider 2, but Jesus Christ, that game is unresponsive. Like, that is really hard to control. But
Yeah, but some of those like PlayStation 1 games, like and PlayStation 2 games, still feel really good. Like the Dynasty Warriors games feel fantastic.
Like Bubsy 3D. That is a
They're
fantastic feeling game.
well, Dynasty
And
Warriors
Harvest
is
Moon for the PlayStation 1.
Dynasty Warriors is
Harvest
PlayStation 2
Moon
though.
Yeah, I was saying I was looping that in with the PlayStation 2 stuff, but the Harvest Moon for the PlayStation 1,
Mhm.
that they knew what it could do. They made it be like where you couldn't move diagonally.
Mhm.
So with what it can do, it's still very responsive.
Hmm.
Fantastic.
Cool.
But you know what? No one else knows about that because nobody else farms. Like an American dream, people.
I wanted to try that, but then I never got around.
I was
And you asked if some Xbox games work on the 360. Some of them, yeah, but all the servers, like Matrix Man said, have been shut down. So
oh. But the
I
thing
think
is,
the original.
I was really close to Let's Playing Harvest Moon Relic, to the point where I had half of the first episode done, and then I realized, what am I going to talk about when I'm just pulling these weeds out for an hour? And then I just stopped.
Cross, that would have been one of the best Let's Plays ever.
No,
maybe,
it wouldn't have.
maybe it was your next Plants vs. Zombies.
Really, the Super Nintendo Harvest Moon was my next Plants
Yeah.
vs. Zombies.
Now you'll never know, Cross.
Uh-huh.
Well, at least I can take solace. I can take solace in the fact that somebody else has played those games.
Dude, I've played the Super Nintendo Harvest Moon so many times, and I've never gotten the best ending. Because to get the best ending, I think you need to be married and have 2 children before the game ends, which is crazy.
For
You
some
need to
reason
do
or
so
other,
well.
so you have to marry your dog.
What?
I don't know why, but I thought you were gonna go there.
There's no dog, companion. You don't have a dog. And that's the only reason
Yeah,
I
you
wouldn't
get the
marry.
dog in the PS1 version.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I was actually going to have people vote on, like, which person I should marry. Like, it could have been cool, but that was the
Oh, that would
only...
have been so cool, Cross.
That's the only cool thing that would have happened during the entire LP.
Yes.
And it would have been on episode, like, 3, and then nothing cool would have happened for the rest of it. Except that sometimes wolves would probably eat my chickens, and I'd lament over it.
It would have been worth.
Look, I haven't
You
deleted
won't
the
even
footage.
Have to edit stuff.
I haven't deleted the footage, but I don't think I'm going to do it.
Goodness, Cross, you're not going to do anything though because you're like, I hate video games. I old man.
I don't remember saying I
Like,
old
I'm not
man.
saying-
Wait, I say that all the time, actually, don't I? Whatever.
You do. You actually do though.
That's because everyone I
Fantastic.
interact with online is at least 5 years younger than me, and some of them are like half my age, so it's hard not to feel
Hey.
like an old man.
Oh, that's right. Relic is like 5 years younger than you, isn't he?
Yeah.
What were you going to say before?
I was gonna say, hey, Relic isn't 5 years old.
Relic is the oldest person I interact with online, and he's 5
That's
years
not
younger.
true.
It
Ah.
is!
Suck it, nerd.
I'm 50 and a half.
You're 17, so stop it.
Hey.
You're not even a legal human yet.
Shh.
You're not even allowed to
What
work
do you mean?
full... You're
A
not...
legal human?
You're not a real person, companion, and...
Oh, okay.
Can't 17-year-olds work full time?
It might be 16-year-olds that can't, actually. I don't know.
Hmm.
You are
I
allowed
think
to...
it's 16.
You're allowed to use a gigantic metal contraption that can crush human bone, though, at this age, which is a little bit weird to me.
Neuro's got you there, Cross.
Okay,
Yeah, he's
24
older.
years older.
I mean someone that I talk to on Skype, I guess, because yes, I guess I do.
They're not a good enough friend of yours.
I would totally talk with Neuro on Skype, and I still think he should try to make a channel of some kind. But, I mean, I'd watch it. But, yeah. I mean, if we go to do a Dynamite, like, most of the people, like, about half of them are older than me. But Dynamite's like a weird situation in that's played by mostly older people.
Titanite was fun, and then they added the shaman, and I started losing interest.
I started losing interest in season 3. It's just season 5.
I think
killed it.
I think I'm done with Titanite. I recently went back on there and thought about joining town. I was just like, I really don't want to.
No, it's not a fun game. It
The
was.
game hasn't changed enough, and
Yeah. I feel really
know.
bad for the people that are still subscribing to it every single month because they're not getting anything anymore. Like, people have unlocked all the perks.
for a while I was gonna try to go for the 600 technician days,
Mm-hmm.
but then I didn't want to go
Yeah.
through all of that.
Mm.
I don't know. It was fun, and it's great being with the oozing in. Those guys are fantastic, but
when it was good, it was one of my best gaming experiences of my life. But, you know, that can't last forever.
Yeah, unfortunately. Things change.
Unless it's like some and actually, develops a system that does work, as much as I hate saying it. God.
Awesomots is fantastic. I've been playing that game for 975 hours last time I checked.
But they have that system where the game continues to evolve because they continue to update it.
Yes, and your opponents are always different, and if you get better, the skill level changes appropriately most of the time. Sometimes you get really weird matchups that are either boot stomping or I don't think
Getting stomped.
well.
When was the last time we've gotten stomped really hard?
I
The
don't
last
even
time you
remember.
guys played with me.
No, I don't. I wouldn't call like when we say stomped really hard. I mean we didn't touch the other team's turrets. Maybe we didn't even get a kill. Maybe we got one. Like that's a stomping, and it lasted under like 20 minutes.
The last time I can think of that, when me and you were playing together, maybe like another third, it was with Nico and Sam, that Team Awful.
The time I remember, we were fighting a Derple, I think a Froggy, and a Gnaw.
Oh shit! And the
And-
Derple came down and nuked
Yes,
as he was falling.
and I never got to the center of the map. Like, forget the turrets, I didn't even get to the center of the map. They were so organized. No, it was a Raylan. It was a Derple, a Raylan, and the Gnaw. The Raylan constantly put time rifts in front of you. The Derple fell from the sky and nuked you. And if you had the audacity to go to the center of the map, you got poisoned and shot at. And it was live streamed. So our horrible defeat was seen by like 20 people.
I feel like that's a problem with the map and that team combination more so,
Yeah.
because that Derple would just drop down and go down
Mm-hmm.
to that area.
That was
But yeah,
wild.
I don't know.
That was the last time and that was several months ago. It was at least half a year ago. That was before
Matrix
I hated
Man is
video
from
games.
Die Tonight.
He
Oh
is.
my
He was in the Heartless Theaters.
Oh, there you
video
go.
series.
A little backstory for the 3 people who watch the podcast. Fit.
Back when he was 13, he's probably like your age now, companion. Because you age at different rates, I guess.
Cross. Don't make me feel old.
Dude, you're almost like an adult. Oh my god.
Yeah, you're supposed to be going to college,
hmm
nerd.
Don't go to
Then
college.
whenever I
if you
call you a
think it's-
nerd, it'll make
I think you should go to college for the life experience, but don't do it if you think it's going to give you crippling debt.
Welcome to the Wait and Q podcast, where we occasionally talk about video
Does
games.
anyone else think Companion should go to college? I think he's a smart kid. I think he should go and have some sex with some nice sorority girls. And wait,
Wow,
I mean,
that is
get an education.
Holy shit. I'm a minor. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Not
Ross?
yet.
Thinking about that stuff.
You're gonna wait a few months, and it's okay. They'll be.
I don't know,
they'll
I
be
bet if
almost
I-
minors too.
But if I asked my mom, she'd still be like, "Going to college was the best thing you could have ever done." Except
Does your-
she's not Southern, so
Oh.
she wouldn't.
I got really excited. I was like, does your mother really talk like that? That's amazing.
She did. Oh man, getting scolded for doing all the things I did would have been so much better, mommy. I
Now
want you to
then,
be sad.
Relic. Why are you calling me Relic? I know about your internet activities, and I want them to stop.
That'd be my father. My father would be like, "Get off the computer!"
Okay, so your father's a demon and your mother's Southern. All right, that's what I've gotten based on your voice acting.
Wait, so Relic's a southern demon?
well,
holy
half
shit.
demon.
Okay, I'll take that.
You're like
That'd be the
Inuyasha. You're a half demon.
Oh,
Oh man, I have a temper and everything. Southerners are known for their tempers, right?
No, they're known for like crippling politeness, I think. And then
Alright, I'd be a crippling, polite, evil bastard, right?
yeah, but you know
Indeed.
they throw down. They're a warrior. They're a warrior culture that focuses on
They're
honor.
dwarves! Wait, dwarves aren't nice, though.
I don't actually know what I'm talking about. I've never been to the South for any length of time.
Except for when you were in Arizona. That's western South.
Yeah,
everybody knows that southern people are racist.
yeah, and so are the people in New York
I'm
City.
actually gonna
so I
say that I was racist, but all Southerners were like...
Look, I would
Oh,
not
I was
live in
gonna
New York
laugh.
City either because of the things that. There's a lot of bad things in New York City. It's just crap is everywhere.
Literal disease all over the streets. You can't even drive in that town.
It's pretty bad. Flash floods are just terrible. Oh, it's a shit show, quite literally.
Ew. How is it literal? Is it sewers? Are you talking about sewers?
Killing Floor 2 featured on the PC Gamer Live show. Oh my god. Oh, I have to watch this.
Is this topic? Is this generic topic number 2?
Generic topic number 2. Killing Floor number 2.
Killing Floor.
There's too many 2s in that topic, I'm afraid.
We played Killing Floor recently, and I have to say I can't play that for long periods of time anymore.
It's because you have level 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can play it with buckets.
And you play
companion.
And you play Berserker.
Well, I would say that we should play sometime, Relic, but it's possible I'll never be online again. So.
Yeah, you're like that sometimes.
To be fair, this is the first time I think I've talked to you on Skype in like 3 months.
If I was online at like, I don't know, 2 in the morning, maybe.
Yeah.
That's when your insomnia usually kicks in, right?
Yeah, but I'm not even... Sometimes I'm not even online at night anymore. Like, there's been a lot of times this month where I've just... Like, I think yesterday or today was the first time I signed on to Steam in like 3 days. Because I've been doing stuff.
Your girlfriend is in town, so...
Hmm?
Your girlfriend is in town. Not like your companion.
Yes, my female friend?
But
yes.
Your female friend is in town, so...
But she's going to be gone in a week,
you know
so... Hmm?
You can't be calling the girls girlfriends.
Yeah,
your girl.
That's
like,
well, I mean...
We're confusion, man.
Me and Relic are your boyfriends.
Okay,
so,
see, now this is getting very semantically confusing.
So is Douglas.
No, okay. First of all, you're a minor.
I was trying to cover it up.
You're a minor, so stop that. And,
oh yeah, I can't be saying stuff like this.
Can't you
like,
Can't you just say friend?
Chicken cocks and hell.
Isn't gender irrelevant?
No.
For friends.
It should be,
yes.
but it causes confusion for normal folks.
Yeah, but you can't say girlfriend because that means something very specific.
I don't know what you're talking about, Cross. I'm gonna plead the 5th.
You can't. This has been recorded already.
So Cross, what's gonna go up on what's going up on your channel this week?
Whoa, man.
It's not April 1st, companion. Why would you make such jokes?
Hey, you put Ibanov up.
That's true. I need to try to record Final Fantasy because I think I could beat it in the next episode. But
how close are you and Douglas to finishing?
You already finished.
I don't know. Nope.
But I wasn't watching.
Well, I don't expect you to watch the 30-hour LP. But it is my longest-running LP, despite the fact that it's way shorter than Xenogears. And I think I started it in September, so... people...
You actually cut up Xenogears in that?
You guys are breaking up a little bit for me on this show.
Maybe I shouldn't be hosting the call, but whatever, it's...
Oh, I thought I was hosting the call.
No, I'm hosting the call.
God, if I knew that, I would have asked to switch an hour ago. Well, screw it. I'm not going to do it now. There's only 10 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Fine.
Well, how about if I end the call and then you're forced to pick it back up?
Alright, fine. Let's do that. Let's do that real quick, okay?
You can't be doing that at the end of
You guys sound so much better. Because I thought I was hosting, this entire recording is going to be way worse than it had to be.
Oh, see, I could hear companion perfect, but like you, it was iffy when he was talking.
That was the same for... Yeah, you were breaking up for me a lot of the time, Relic.
Cat, no, go home.
God damn it.
Well, maybe you should have been on the ball, Cross. At least
I started the call, so I thought I was hosting it.
This is all your fault. We're taking nothing for this.
I've told you this multiple times, Cross. If I add... Never mind.
Then why didn't you... Look, your fault, and,
I thought it sounded fine. You guys sounded fine to me.
Unfortunately... Oh, well. I would have said something, but I thought I was already hosting. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII will happen sometime. Longest running LP, started it in September. But it's so much. I'm in the final dungeon where you fight the final boss. So, and there's extra stuff I can do, but I'm sorry, I might just not do it because it's getting ridiculous at this point. And then I might start Earthbound so I can beat it before Yoshi.
And I'm not gonna play games. Come on.
Well, all right. Once my friend leaves, And if I can get work done early in the month, I might have time to play games. I don't know, though, because the weather still seems like it's awesome. Once the weather starts to suck more, I'll probably start recording more. Or I'll become a monk and move to the south, I don't know. But,
That's the only logical... Maybe Relic can move there with you.
Clearly.
I don't want to move to the south. It's way too freaking hot down there.
No. Does it get really cold in Pennsylvania?
It used to. It used to, like in the winter, it would used to get into the negatives. Not so much anymore.
Jeez.
So this winter was okay for you?
It was in like the, it was in like the 10s and the 30s at the lowest. So.
Okay, because we experienced like one of the worst winters here that I ever remember. So that does. I need to go someplace warmer.
What do you mean? Like, how cold was it in your winter?
I don't remember. Too cold to leave the house. I wasn't actually looking at the temperatures.
How's your job going, Cross?
Well, I'm probably gonna get fired this month.
Really?
That's what you've been saying for the past, like, 80 months.
Alright, I have said that every month. But I feel like it's more true this time. Because the last 2 months I performed slightly under performance ratings. I don't think it was my fault. I think they just decided to grade it harshly. And I failed by, like, 0.6% last time. So I don't even know if they count this. I might be okay, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that does take up a lot of my time, also.
I'm sad. I'm still sad about that.
Yeah, Relic tried to work for the company I did, and they're, like, dicking him around.
They're being jerks. Now I'm trying to qualify for his exact same job, so I'll be fine, but...
Yeah.
I wanted to do the easy task. They had this super easy task that I qualified for, and I was like, yeah!
Yeah, and then they're like, never mind. But
What
at least they didn't fire you like you thought. The thing is, once I get fired this month, maybe you can just take my slot, Relic, and it'll be fine.
Well, no, they already want... From my understanding, if I pass, I already have a guaranteed slot because of... I guess they're firing a bunch of people.
Oh.
So yeah, you don't gotta worry, because you don't need to take the bullet for me on this one.
I knew it! I knew I was screwed. We'll see. The thing is, if I got fired, I wouldn't even be that sad, because I've saved up so much money that I'll be fine for a really long time. But,
Want to get out more, you could work as a, pool boy. The guy who digs out the pools. And,
yeah, I think you need to learn how to swim before you do that.
You don't know how to swim?
It's recommend. I don't know how to swim.
I don't actually think you need to learn how to swim, because you dig a hole and then they fill it with water. Is it?
Oh. So there's no water.
Yeah, you'd be making the pool.
I thought a pool boy was someone who, like, cleaned a pool.
That is
I
a
thought
pool
that's
boy.
what you're talking about, too.
You're talking about, like, a pool digger.
Yeah, you could be a pool digger, and then...
Why would I want to do that? That's a weirdly specific thing.
Well, Matrix Man asked if Killing Floor is worth playing solo. I don't know. If you have friends... Oh, you have no friends, but the... Oh. I'm sorry. I think it's fun.
I'm sorry. I have had fun playing Killing Floor solo, but not for long periods of time.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend picking up Killing Floor unless you had friends to play it with.
Hmm.
You can also play online, but some people are kind of divs.
Yeah.
And go demo man and blow up all the monsters. That's what I do. Oh, sorry, something in my throat.
Companion might play with you. I'd say I might play with you, but I don't go online anymore.
I'm one of those smashing people who don't play with randoms. Like, you know, like a solo queue. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, sure.
Solo queue.
And that's why you hate Asamods, because you always have to play with people.
No, I have to play with you guys, and then random opponents, so yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I want to know the face of the person I'm about to kick in the balls.
Of course, it doesn't
It's a
also...
lose-lose situation.
When you play with us, you're also ranked against people who've also played for 1,000 hours.
Yeah, and I'm shown up by you assholes, so I mean, that's
Well, if you've played solo queue, you'd probably fight people who had way less experience than you.
I'm sorry, Matrix Man. We like you. Isn't that enough?
Well, you know.
No, it's not enough. Say it bluntly.
Get good, Scrub.
But yeah, I can't. I actually tried to record an episode of Killing Floor with Companion and Terror, and then at the end realized that my mic was muted, so that went out the window.
That turned out pretty good. Hey,
Yeah.
I won against Cross. I beat him in a kill.
Yeah, by like
contest.
3 clots. Shut up. That shouldn't have even
Hey, I
happened.
still beat you. And
important
the
thing-
little distance that
the
I beat you
important
made
thing-
it feel that much better.
The important thing is that in an effort to beat Companion, I, instead of killing the Patriarch, went after Clots and died.
I would have given it to you if you killed the Patriarch.
We might have won if I had attacked him. But I'm like, no, just a few more Clots. Whatever.
Well, what about you, Relic? What's going up on your channel?
I'm trying to just mass throw out always sometimes monsters so that it's done. I already have it all recorded, so
Trying
I'm
to
just
get
gonna
that
toss out the rest of the episodes, yeah.
Does that game end in a satisfying way? Like,
No, the game
I don't
wasn't
know if that's-
satisfying at all. After
the game was just
Dustin-
like lots of dialogue.
it was okay. There's visual novels.
Try to
which I'm a
avoid
big
spoilers
fan
here,
of,
by the way.
and then there are not visual novels, which means a game that has shitty dialogue, and that's what that was. So,
Which
Oh.
game?
always sometimes monsters.
It's a great
It-
title, though.
It tried to be, in my opinion, a visual novel because it didn't have any gameplay really, and it failed horribly at it. So,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wait, did you kickstart War of the Human Tanks? Was that a Kickstarter?
no, that was a green light.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I kickstarted that new game that's supposed to be like the Vasudu, Vasudu birth child of Final Fantasy Tactics. don't remember what that
Oh, that's gonna be cool. I think they're trying to get the Final Fantasy Tactics music composer to work on it too.
Yeah. They wanted a really huge sum of money to get like all the things they had planned, but I don't think they got anywhere near that. They got like to the second or third stretch goal.
Yeah,
And
the
that was-
problem is like turn-based grid tactical RPGs is a pretty niche market.
Yeah.
So
What can you do? I mean, it's a lot of things are a niche market nowadays.
Mhm.
Look, you're not Minecraft. You ain't doing shit.
it still frightened me
And then,
how well Minecraft channels still do.
Yeah. That and Gmod. Gmod and Minecraft are still the biggest like video things, and it's just crazy.
I made some pretty good Gmod videos, I think. But
Me and you, Relic, we did a Minecraft mod playthrough a long time ago, didn't we?
Yeah, and it was a terrible experience whenever I played
You
it.
still have it on your channel?
Yes, and it was still a terrible experience when I played it.
You recorded some survival, didn't you?
I know. You did. Didn't
I
you?
remember that. No, I'm pretty sure it was you. We like made a house on a river and then we stopped.
Oh
think you
yeah,
did.
the giant circle of fun times.
Yeah, the thing where we spent like an hour walking in a huge circle.
No, we didn't walk. We had a boat. Okay.
Anyway,
Should
what's
probably
going up
wrap
on your
it up.
channel, companion?
Yeah, companion.
You have 0
Um,
seconds.
Under Hell, chapter 1 should be finishing that up. Maybe some more Sword of the Stars Pit if I ever get around to record, which I probably won't, honestly. And I don't. After Under Hell, I'm probably gonna record some other obscure Half-Life 2 mod. Oh my god, I want to play Astronauts right now. Oh,
He has
Stop
he has
jumping.
everything. He has all of his ducks in a line. After
You
one
mean-
obscure, I'm going to the next one.
yeah.
Oh.
I found this little batch of undiscovered Half-Life 2 mods that I haven't found before, so I'm going to be digging my claws into those. Although a lot of them are quite shit, to be blunt. But yeah, that's we should probably end the podcast here then.
Yep, goodbye. folks.
This has been the Wayne Q Podcast for 7/21/14. Thank you for joining me, Cross and Relic. I appreciate it.
It wasn't a pleasure.
No problem, Mr. Cube Man.
Yeah, thanks for coming on within like the last 10 minutes that I asked you. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.
Later.